Doug Jenkins back in the studio. We're going to do a video on the Manley Massive Passive. So we're going to start the song from somewhere relatively close to a heavy transient and whatnot. So I'm going to go through the different functions on the Massive Passive. Make sure that thing's recording. We're going to do this in 10 minutes. We have boost or cut. Boost or cut. That's the way that this thing works. So check it out. And actually where the other microphone is picking up my voice, you can hear that these are the Denton knobs. So they're recallable. So we're going to set it back to 0. All the way to the left of the top would be 0. So we have everything set at 0. As we listen to the song, it's still going through the Manley MU, and it's also going through the bus, and it's going through the EQ. So what we're going to do is we have all of it bypassed except for the Manley MU. I just want to give it a little more level. From when we received it, it was just a little bit low, so I want to be able to transfer it to the video. So we're going to activate the Manley MU, and actually you can just hear that when I do this. Watch.
So we can show the world just what you've done for us and how you've changed our lives.
Can you notice how his voice, listen to his voice, the low mids of his voice becomes more present just activating it.
So we can show the world just what you've done for us and how you've changed our lives. You are.
So let's get into some things that we do in mastering. This is a very transparent EQ. What I would recommend you doing is listening to this with headphones or studio monitors, because this one's very hard to hear if you're just listening on your laptop. But I'll try to do some, drastic stuff. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut around 270 hertz so you can hear how that cleans up and watch the vocals come to the front.
So we can show the world just what you've done for us and how you've changed our lives. You are bigger than we let you be. You are strong enough to set us free.
See how transparent that was? Super transparent.
Cross, you bring life to the lost. You are love. You are love. God is love.
That's the bandwidth. So maybe you want it around here.
He runs to those who call upon his name.
It's about even.
God's love.
A little less.
God's love. He sets the captives free.
One thing the Manley's really good at, let's look at the 100 hertz range. Very narrow bandwidth. Let's boost it and let you hear the kick drum come out.
So we can show the world just what you've done for us and how you've changed our lives. You are bigger than we let you be. You are strong enough to set us free. By the pain of the cross.
Let's work on some air, like around 12K. Let you hear what this does. It's a very, very great piece of equipment, by the way.
So we can show the world just what you've done for us and how you've changed our lives. You are bigger than we let you be. You are strong enough to set us free.
Now, a lot of times in independent, he's a great musician and just great music altogether, but a lot of times what we'll do is we'll use certain plugs and stuff to tighten up the dynamics. We're looking to buy a multi-band hardware. Pretty expensive, honestly. But once we can tighten up these bands, what we do with multi-band compressors, which is, in sense, we would love to do it in the mix, but it doesn't always happen. But prime example, if you hear this high end, I boosted it, but I like it. Now let me just do this real quick while I'm on the video.
So we
So I'm going to take a multi-band on screen, and I apologize you're not going to be able to see it, but I'm just going to highlight this band that I boosted. So in this case, we might be able to control it a little bit with compression. Watch.
What you've done for us and how you've changed our lives. You are bigger
Instead of this.
than you be.
That's very hard to hear if you're not used to it. So yeah, we added air with the real nice EQ. We've cut 270, some of the mud. And what I would do now is probably kick that back. What we're doing in mastering is trying to make the best image. We are making the best image. A lot of times in mastering like this, we don't want to take away from the initial mix. A lot of independent masters, though, we do use the bus compressor and the EQs because they want that sound. And they, you know, not everybody has $1,000 an hour to record at a top shelf studio. So that's why our studio is doing very well.
So we can show the world what you've done for us and how you've changed our lives. You are bigger than we let you be.
Just a raise in the vocal range. Watch. Tighten it up. Let's turn it up now.
You bring life to the lost. You are love. You are love. God is love.
So say, you know, a lot of guitar players ask me, man, there's just this sound I'm looking for. And that's what we do in mastering. We want to feel out the situation and get the sound you want. My job was to study these frequencies and how do they portray into the music. So this is 3K. This is used a lot on Radiohead stuff to make an aggressive sound. Check it out.
We can show the world just what you've done for us and how you've changed our.
Now when boosting that frequency range, we might want to add something around it a little heavy too.
We can show the world just what you've done for us and how you've changed our lives. You are bigger than we let you be. You are strong enough to set us free. By the pain of the cross, you bring life to the lost. You are love.
A lot heavier. I mean, it's just got a presence now. Now, one of the things that I want you to understand, you're going to hear the bus compressor here real quick, so I can show you how much different EQ, before the video ends, how much different EQ is when you have a sense of compression on it.
So we can show the world just what you've done for us.
So that sounds muffled.
How you changed our lives. You are bigger than we let you be.
Got that kick now. Got the kick up.
Strong enough to set us free. By the pain of the cross, you bring life to the lost. You are love. You are love. God is love.
Let's take it all off.
He runs to those who call.
You can just hear the muddiness.
his name.
So what we're saying in this video, there's so many different bands on this. This is 22 hertz to 680, 82 to I think it's 2K. Yeah, 2K. And each band, like this one, goes all the way up to 10K, from 220 to 10K. But they're all overlapping in a sense. But this is the mastering version. You can notice in the knobs. What I'm trying to get at is a lot of gentlemen, if you're out there and you're new to this stuff, it's very valuable to add this kind of equipment to your music. The other thing that we do is we listen on some serious monitors, so we can hear the stuff that maybe you're not even able to hear in your room. We're listening to things that you're maybe not listening for. And with that all being said, like, let me clean up the bass before we get out of here. I got 39 seconds. Check it out.
So we can show the world just done for us and how you changed our lives. You are bigger than we let you be. You are strong enough to
Lot more
set
kick.
us free.
Let's turn it off. We'll see you guys later. I had fun. And that's how you EQ a sound? No, that's master.